Hello and welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Rosie, and on your screens right now is the Resident Evil 3 remake. I was very lucky to be invited to play a build of the game, to take on the star of the show, Nemesis, whilst trying to escape the best holiday town for a zombie, Raccoon City. And even though Nemesis was very intimidating, gruesome, and big, I couldn't get rid of the beaming smile across my face. So to share some of my excitement for this game, I would like to tell you about 5 things I discovered whilst playing. Following that wall-breaking entrance, let me tell you the main thing I learned about Nemesis. He's strong, and I mean really strong. Of course, his strength was to be expected, as in the original, he was also a force to be reckoned with. You could take him down if you wanted to, yes, but it was always a huge risk, and you needed to be prepared. And I thought I was prepared. I've been playing the original PS1 version and the Resident Evil 2 remake very recently, so I went into this game thinking, oh, there you are, Nemesis, come on then, let's look really cool and take you down like a badass. But he kicked my butt. And I was so surprised by how strong he was that after my failed attempt at taking him down, I decided to just run. And even then I wasn't safe, and I was always on edge, as not only did he love blocking my route once he decided to jump in front of me, but his tentacles can reach really far and his punches are brutal. If you encounter him, please be my guest and try to knock him down, but be prepared to do it in a couple of attempts. And if you do decide to run, don't think you're safe, for he will bring you right back to him. Another enemy from the original which is joining us in the remake is the Hunter Gamma. If you watched my recent Resident Evil 3 video, you will know how excited I was to see how the remake would reimagine these creatures. And I was not disappointed. Look at it! It's become a giant fish with legs and a big mouth! I'm making it sound less scary than it actually is. Much like Nemesis, these guys are huge. I thought they were going to be a similar size to Jill when considering the original design, but oh, I was wrong. And even though now they seem too big to be jumping all over the place like they did in the original, look at them! They take up the whole sewer! And you really don't want them to get close to you. Otherwise, you actually become a Jill sandwich. And if you thought we were stopping there with recurring creatures, you're wrong. Next up, I would like you to meet the Drain Demos. Once again, I was completely caught off guard with these monsters, as I was expecting them to be much bigger, but despite their new size, they're still just as deadly. They're quick, sneaky, love using walls to their advantage. Seriously, I had so many come at me from the ceiling. And they love scattering around in groups, making you not know where to aim. They made me panic in the original, and they made me panic here, but for completely different reasons. And now I have a whole new hatred for them. They also made me use my beautiful herbs that I was saving for Nemesis, which upset me greatly. Next up is a combination of smaller entries, but ones which I think are cool, so I decided to put them into one. First of all, you don't need the reloading tool to make new ammo. For those of you who may not have played the original, there was a mechanic in the game where you could create new ammo by combining gunpowder. However, you could only do it with a reloading tool, which took up a slot in your inventory. But the remake seems to have removed this device, following the same method as the Resident Evil 2 remake. Just combine 2 gunpowders in your inventory and you're done. The original also had a dodging mechanic, which was a risky method as you had to get the timing perfect to do it. And the remake has this too. If Jill dodges an attack at the perfect time, she will enter a slow motion state, which not only allows you to catch your breath for a bit, but also helps you shoot enemies. For a limited amount of time, of course. I tried and tried to get the timing for this right, but I just could not do it. So I can't wait to put this into practice once the game comes out in April. And speaking of killing your enemies, here's something else helpful. Electrical boxes you can shoot. Throughout the game, you'll come across big red containers which explode when you shoot them. Amazing. But there are also these electrical boxes which, when shot, stun all enemies near it for a certain period of time. These became very handy to me when I was in tight situations and just needed to get my bearings, especially when I was running from Nemesis. And it's just another added feature which makes Raccoon City a lovely, zombie-infested place to be. So there you have it, 5 things I discovered whilst I was playing the Resident Evil 3 remake. How does the game look to you? Will you be picking it up in April? Let me know in the comments. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit that notification bell so that you stay up to date with the world of PlayStation. Thank you all so much for watching.
For the players.